Were we born too late to undo the undoing? Regardless, to welcome you back year and year again will remain our purpose. Where we come from, in your all but complete absence, our southern streams struggle to make sense of this era claimed by humans, with appetites that only expand from the low-hanging fruit of your fabled abundance on up the tree of life. But here, the ancient cycle churns, and you return. Like skies full of red lightning, rising from the sea, climbing unknown heights, to where your purpose finally rests along still pools. Your vessel of silk and muscle has been crafted by time and trial, and imbued with instinctual maps of the aquatic lands of home. The meat on your bones carries the ocean. In your scarred flesh, the anatomy of courage revealed. In your sacrifice, the folly of self-preservation taught. May we kneel here beside your ancestors' legacy, these grandmother trees, and drink. With their rooted memory, they grip a knowledge of place. A time when life breathed in currents of fog and rain, breath held in ice and treetops, released from springs and down rivers and their estuaries, carrying away iron to nourish forests of kelp, and your innumerable kind. And one day, you turned to land and swam, delivering the nitrogen you'd saved up in your flesh, sometimes 900 miles to the very stream banks that held your birth, feeding the growth of these soaring forests, this wall of wood that is Cascadia. The path we have taken to this sanctuary is scarred like your skin, not sacrificed in honor, but stolen. Often, every tree, from ridgeline to sea, has been reduced to a fading footprint. Growth rings telling of a symphonic piece so old It had no beginning. And we distant neighbors to the south have come. But is it our business to feel this biophilial heartbreak when old growth ends? If she returns at all, 40 generations will wonder what she must have been like. Entranced by the hydraulic levers of power, functionaries of death roll over matriarchs of Tlingit and Haida nations. Those who guard the natural treasury, this quilt work of genotypes, quietly kept in the land's living tissue. And they dig up my family tree as a daughter of those who crippled landscapes. Where does our time on earth fit into this compounding dilemma when we need to rise up for forests and not tremble? Even as our womanhood barely breathes in the rubble of conquest. Ever since sanity collapsed under ingenuity, and our forest spirits fled to native lands such as these. As women and life givers in times of extinction, we leave seedlings and spells of protection, prayers for the tiny beings in this clump of soil, for the mosses that shield them, for every creature's continuing work in these basic earthly matters. Protecting the perfection that's still here, and nursing the wounded places that now are everywhere. Every plant, every four-legged and winged and finned and fungal creature is a charm on life's robe. But I fear the unraveling has reached you. The dancer of creation is growing frail. Her resilience is spectacular, but not infinite. Could you wager a guess before her strength fades? Will she shake off the aggressors that slice at her perennial garment? Will Earth herself crumble the dams that clog her arteries? Swallow the sawmills and mines? Rip apart the trawlers that take the last wild fish? Calm the fear of scarcity that brings the theft? Pierce the broken machine mind with purpose.